This painting is of a healing garden. One of the ways in which I offer healing to people is by making a painting when they ask for help. And of course this can be done for situations in the world, and what happens is that I work intuitively and see what colours and what shapes come to me as I'm doing the work. And it's actually, as I understand it, in the making, the actual doing of the painting, when the healing is sent to whatever it's intended for. So I work with intention and work very often with words on the painting underneath before I start, which ask for a blessing or a healing, for positive energy and strength and power to come into the situation. That's then covered up and sort of embedded into the physical painting, and then more is added on top. To start with, with this one I just received this image of a huge, I don't know if it's a sun or a flower or both, doesn't matter. It's the symbolism works without me having to know the details. And then the flowers come along and the colour weaves in as well, and I have to follow my intuition. I have to work from my heart space, not try to think what I'm doing, which is quite tricky sometimes, because I was trained as an artist and went to college and so on, and I've got all those kinds of skills bundled into my head computer, and I have to just ask them to step back, because this is a different way of working. This is not a conscious construction of a picture. This is a revealing of a picture when I'm in a space of intention. I work with a small altar for each painting. It will be different. Always a candle, a light, to signal when I'm doing this work, and act as a kind of bridge to spirit in inspiration. And then other items on the altar, either relating to person or place or whatever feels appropriate. I sort of wander around my house and pick up a shell or a stone, or into the garden and find a flower and kind of home in on it in that way. It's focused on the altar. When I work like this, it's very important to be clear when I stop working, because otherwise I'm in that dream receiving space, kind of trance space, which I'm familiar with from shamanic practice. It's very important to come clearly out of that, to blow out the candle, to cover the altar, even between sessions on the painting. Otherwise I end up in a kind of daydreamy space, bumping into things and forgetting what I'm doing and so on. A bit out of phase with reality. So then I come back to the painting each time with the intention. The intention is embedded into the base of the painting, and I get feedback from people that at the times when I'm painting, they have a sense of well-being, and also that situations tend to resolve because of the painting. It's not necessary for the person to receive and have the painting physically, because it's been sent to them in an etheric sense. And I've been the connector, the midwife for the energy that's needed. And it's very lovely to work in that way. And I'm helped by my helper spirits that I work with shamanically. Sometimes spirits from the person or place I'm working for join me in the room. And somehow I know when it's finished, the connection switches off, I give thanks, I dismantle the altar, and the job is done.